Welcome everyone to another season of The Daily Catholic. This is season 2, episode 1. Today we're talking about maintaining and deepening relationships, guys. Now, there's going to be 3 facets to this. We're going to be talking about maintaining relationship with God, with family, and friends. I think personally, the hardest one is the God aspect. You know, we can only give God to others if we have a good relationship with God. I think. What's your experience with that, Janet?
Like you said, relationship with God, it's the core, it's the cornerstone, it's the center, it's where you get everything else from.
That's true. Yeah.
So if your relationship with God isn't perfect, or let's not say perfect, let's say it's more developing. Getting there. At the end of the day, no one's perfect. We're striving for holiness.
Of course,
yeah. With the relationship with God, when that's built up, that's getting higher and deeper and moving from one degree of glory to the next.
Yep.
That's where you get the strength for the relationship with friends or relationship with family. It says in 1 Corinthians 6:17, anyone united to the Lord becomes one spirit with him. So when we have that deeper relationship with God through personal prayer, sacraments, the intercessory prayers, through that we can get even more stronger with our relationship with friends.
Yeah, I think the best place to show that we've got a good relationship with God is either in the family or the friends aspect of it. Because I know in the friends side, it can, for people, it can be often hit or miss. Either you're open with your friends and they know you're a Catholic, or they don't know anything about you at all. They do know everything about you, right? And it relies heavily on you with your experience with God, because God's the one who's telling you, okay, you have to evangelize this person, you have to do this, you go to mass, and people will see that and they will take it to the next level. But for family, it's often easier. Would you say that, Jewel?
For family, I think there's a lot of struggle when we if it buds from God's love, as Janet said, we have Jesus where we look for everything. When Jesus, who died for us when we are imperfect, and if we keep that love in our family where we can be open in our anger, in our shame, in our sorrows, then that creates a lot of space to strengthen and develop our relationship in our family. Yeah. If we hide everything, then it's like a destructive influence on everything.
Yeah, I think youth nowadays, especially with migrant parents from overseas, the cultural shift from being raised in India and growing up in an Australian culture, there's a lot of things that we're like, oh, should we tell our parents? I'm not sure if it's the right time, that kind of stuff. And that's a big curve, especially in a lot of people's lives. And I think getting that right is the root, because you don't want to be hiding this, because then you hide this, then you have to say a lie there, then this, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, how do you combat that?
Because Jesus shared the example in Gethsemane when he cried out his tears to the Abba Father. He didn't he was like, oh, I'm fine, I'm perfect, I'm okay. No, he didn't do that.
He didn't withhold it.
He didn't withhold it. He cried out. So family, our parents or our siblings, they are not perfect. Me too. But first step I have to take. I have to make sure that I am open to them. I have to make sure that I love them with the God's love, forgiving love. Even parents, when we tell something, they might scold us, but that's okay. Just the forgiveness part comes first from you. Don't expect it to come from the other person. Jesus didn't come when we loved him. Yeah. He came first. So taking that first step from our side would be the way to go, I think.
I think even another thing is when people often can't go to family, or they're a bit too scared, the next logical step is go to friends. And it's usually your best mates, or you go up to them and you're like, oh, this is the situation. The merit and the downside to that is them being of the same age generally and the same kind of level as you. If they're also not open with their parents, and they're not on that level, then the feedback you're going to get is not going to be much greater or much any better. Whereas in a scenario, if you've got a great relationship with your friends, they know exactly what the situation is. The advice you'd be getting from them most of the time is, have you told your parents? Who knows about this? That kind of stuff, right? in saying that, doesn't mean everything different. There's different confidentialities and different things you will tell people in different, because you got different friends, acquaintances, best friends, and that kind of stuff.
Even with friends, I think there's always that one or two people that you're very close with, either spiritually or even like best friends. So you tell them everything. Yeah. They know everything, like in and out. Oh, I know Janet. But then again, with certain situations, it's like you might not want to share it with anyone. It's just, you and God. But then I feel like personally in those situations, that's where family, everything, when you tell your parents, yes, they might be angry. Yes, they might scold you, like Joel said. But then at the end of the day, they are given by God for you and to be with you. Even if your own mother forgets you, in Isaiah it says, even if your own mother forgets you, God will be with you. But personally, with my life, I'm giving a testimony. Whatever I've told my parents, it has only come for the good.
Yeah, true.
And I joke around with my mom, oh, Mom, you'll forget me, but you know, God is with me. And she'll be like, yeah, even if I forget you, don't worry, God is with you. Even she jokes around. But family, share everything.
And also friends, it's such a blessing when they hold you accountable. It's like when they make sure that you don't like go into a different path, like they hold you accountable more than you at times, and that's such a blessing, especially in this day and age.
When you're slacking, they're gonna come out and say, hey, did you go to church today? And you're like, no. So you know, and then I know people that like, I have to go to church today because somebody else is going to ask me.
True.
And look, that's evangelization. Like, it's, you know, there's different forms of it, and that's a form of it. I think we wrap that up really well. You know, you have a good relationship with God, you have a good relationship with family, you have a good relationship with friends, you're doing everything well. And on that note, ladies and boys and girls, that is a wrap for this episode. Catch you in the next one.